I'm guessing you'd have to set up a meeting. I'm just saying I'm not sure that's something that we can do.
I can bring this up at the meeting tonight in front of everybody against a violation. I mean, if he wants it done like that, that's fine, but I prefer here now because I want to view that record.
Turn your camera off just a minute, we'll talk to you.
No, Gary, I got to get this all on.
All right.
Today is September the 21st, 2021. It is approximately 2:30 p.m. We are at the Morristown City Center, and we are going to go in here and get a couple of different records today. One I want to get is Gary Chesney's Facebook account. I want to inspect it. Gary Chesney at City Hall. He has blocked me, and that is against my first constitutional amendment to be able to grieve or put content on government sites, and they are not allowed to block or restrict unless you have broken the law. I also am here to gather content on the resignation of Matthew Johnson. So there's the mayor. Oh, no, that's not the mayor, but it's the mayor's office. And you're going to see if we can't speak to him directly and review his Facebook account. How you doing? Is Cindy here?
No, sir.
She is not here today. Okay, is Gary Chesney here?
But I'll get Rachel for you.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
I can help you.
I need to view a public record today. I know Cindy is not here, but
She's not. So what is the record?
I need to view the Facebook account of Gary Chesney at City Hall, I believe is what it is.
You can view that on Facebook.
No, I want to see his blocked list. That's what I want to view. So Gary Chesney at City Hall.
Us to log in to his account.
Well, I mean, when I request records, I don't go and get those records myself. So yeah, Gary Chesney would need to log into his account.
And how are you wanting to see that? Like you wanted to?
I want to view it. I just want to view it. Yeah.
Computer? I mean, we don't let you look on our computer.
I've been on the computers before, so I mean, I've seen documentation on computers.
Do you have anything on these computers that we'd like to see? I mean, we don't let you come into our office to look on our
No problem. He can bring a system out here in this in the office over here so that we can watch it.
I don't have his login information. I don't have that available.
Okay. Well, can Gary come out here and speak to me, please?
He's in a meeting right now.
I'm more than willing to wait. Can you let him know that I'm here?
I'm guessing you'd have to set up a meeting. I'm just saying I'm not sure that's something that we can do.
I can bring this up at the meeting tonight in front of everybody against a violation. I mean, if he wants it done like that, that's fine, but I prefer here now because I want to view that record.
I don't want to interrupt his meeting, but I'll step in and see if there's something we can arrange for another day. With the council meeting,
well,
think it can happen today?
It has got to be today because I cannot give him time to change that block record. He has deleted my posts. He has blocked me from his Facebook account. That's a violation of my constitutional right. He is in violation, and I would like to view that that record today.
Well, I know he does have a policy on his page that allows certain.
Right, and I saw those, yeah, and those are all against most of them are against the Constitution. He cannot, profanity is totally legal on any government anything, okay? He cannot remove that, he cannot block those people. He cannot take away or delete any kind of comments that he disagrees with. That is what the constitutional is for. If he doesn't like it, he shouldn't have that account.
Let's see, Morristown. Oh, no worries.
So yeah, if you could go
Like I
talk.
said, I'm just saying, I don't think this is something we can do for you today. We're willing to work with you on it to see how best.
It's real quick. All he's got to do is push that blocked section on it. I want to see the list.
Computer for you to come and look at in our office.
Then he
We don't
can.
allow the public to come in here and look on our computers.
It's public record. Okay, I'd like to view it today.
I would say that. I'm saying we can, it's something we might be able to provide. I'm just not sure.
Okay, yeah. Can you go talk to him,
Yes.
please? They're going to come and try to make up any kind of story. I am not giving him the opportunity to go through and to unblock anybody that's on there. I want to see that whole entire list that he has. And I may be the only one on there, but I have evidence of everything that I've ever put on their Facebook page and other government Facebook pages and websites, in the comment section and replied to comments. And recently he has removed and blocked me from being able to. That is a violation of my constitutional right, and therefore he needs to be held accountable for that and reinstate that. So now they have closed that door back there where the meeting was happening in the mayor's office. And here she comes.
So, because we have stuff scheduled all afternoon and have meetings set up, he's not able to meet with you right now. So if you want to set up a meeting with him, or I can have you fill out a request and we can follow up with you later this week.
No, I would really like to just view it. I mean, and it is business hours.
I don't have access to his Facebook page. I can't log in to his Facebook page, and I don't have a means to show you. We don't let the public back into our computers.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. We don't allow you to view it on a computer. If it's something we can print out, that's fine, but I don't have access to his Facebook page.
All right. Well, then would he like to just go and print it out?
He can't right now. We have meetings right now.
He's in there with the city administrator.
He can have him. Okay.
So he lives in Morristown?
From my understanding,
Okay.
yes.
I'm going to request his address right now, please.
I'm not sure that's open records, but would you like to fill this out?
No, you can.
And your name is?
Tony?
Last name?
I'd rather not give it.
Okay, but I have to prove that you're a Tennessee resident.
You know, if you read that, it says right there that I don't even have to fill out that piece of paper if I want to review something.
But we do require you to prove that you're a Tennessee resident.
That's fine.
That's a state statute.
Yeah, you know who I am. I'll give it to you upon...
Okay, so what are you requesting?
I want to know Tony Cox's... If Tony... I don't even need his address. Does Tony Cox live in Hamlin County or Morristown?
That's not really a record. That's a question.
Well, everybody, the public officials, all their information is made available to the public.
Not home addresses.
Sure it is.
Home addresses are usually redacted, I believe.
I can pull you up every commissioner here and it tells you exactly their home address on their website.
Okay, and did you want to include the Facebook records you're requesting?
Sure. Yeah, I would like the the blocked list from Gary Chesney at City Hall Facebook page.
The blocked list?
Yep.
So is that like a list of
That's a
people
list
who
of
are...
people who have been blocked. There's a little tab and it'll show the entire list.
Anything else?
That'll be it for right now, and then we'll dig into the rest.
Okay, and did you want to sign and date this?
No.
Okay. All right, do you want a copy of this?
Sure. All right. Does he have a business card or something that has his direct line on there and email address?
I can give you his email address.
Okay.
I'm happy to write that down there for you.
Yeah. And then does he have a direct line?
His direct line rings to Cindy.
Okay. It's not the 581-0100, is it?
No, but I mean that rings this office.
Okay. Can I get whichever one rings to Cindy? The one that would be direct for him?
Let me go see what that is. I think this is the number. I think you have this number already. Pretty sure, but. Okay.
All right.
And that's listed on. I mean, that's on our website. All that information.
Okay. No. Oh, no. I wanted the Gary Chesney's.
Oh, his. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's on our website as well. We have all our council members' emails on our website.
All right. Thank you. And that number is for Gary or
yeah.
for
So
both.
anyone calling for council, mayor, or Tony
Would call this
would
number.
call that number.
All right. Wonderful.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. All right. So here's the phone number. You can call Tony tcox at mymorristown.com. 423-585-4603. gchesney at mymorristown.com or 423-585-0100. So we are at the police department. We're going to see if we can get a copy of the resignation letter. How you doing?
Hello.
Is there somebody here that I can talk to in regards to getting some information on an officer or an ex-officer?
An ex-officer?
Yeah.
What kind of information do you want?
I'm looking for the resignation letter or the date of last employment for Matthew Johnson.
Go through an open records request, which would be done at administration.
All right. I just want to view them, though. I don't want an actual copy. So
Right, but it would still have to go through it.
that's not the policy, though. The policy for viewing is to come directly to the custodian of the record, which would be the police department. If I want to ask for copies afterwards, then I would have to fill out the paperwork and go through the records request form. But the form specifically says 4 copies that I don't need to fill out anything, and this is where I can come to.
Let me ask.
Sure. Take your time. Who'd you speak to? So I need that for the record.
Deputy Chief Jones.
Okay. Does he have a badge number? Or? $712. Okay. And his theory is that I still need to go through a records request.
By the policy that's listed online, it would not be in.
Why don't you take a look at this right here? It says it right here. I just got this from over there, and it states it right there, the exact rules. Copy or duplicate inspection. The TPRA does not permit fees or require a written request for inspection only. That's your all's paper. That's it. That's the rules. That's the law. That's the act. I can tell you I know those rules better than anybody in this county or city.
Okay, she said she pulled this right off the website.
Well, that came from the city lady right there just now, records request I just made. And that's the way it's been for years.
This is actually, yeah, this one is actually more detailed. Inspection can only be required to be made in writing. The PRRC, which would be Miss Western, well, it would be Miss Cindy.
That thing must be old, ancient, because that's not what it is.
They're on mymorristown.com.
Yeah, that doesn't mean, go to the comptroller, Tennessee comptroller's office and pull it up legit from Tennessee, because this is a Tennessee act. It's not a Morristown or a Hamlin County act. Go check out the straight from Tennessee. That's what it says. That's why they're giving these papers out. This is what it is. It says it right there. It would not say that on there if it wasn't like that. They're not going to hand me a piece of paper right there telling me that I don't even have to fill this out. I'm glad I appreciate you all doing a thorough checkout on it, but go to the comptroller's office, get something that's more up to date, because whatever's on their website is not. Because right now I'm being refused my records.
No, we're not refusing.
We're not refusing, we're just.
No, you're hindering me. You're hindering me up from beating around the bush. But yeah, can somebody go to the comptroller, Tennessee comptroller's website, look up TPRA?
She's gonna see if she can find somebody. that
I
will
appreciate it.
explain
Thank you.
to
Thank you for being thorough. And what is your name?
Allison.
Thank you, Allison.
Okay, no one knows about this, whatever you're talking about. And Rachel is supposed to come over and help you. There's nothing anyone else can do here. That's what I have been told by the deputy chief.
She's saying.
Yeah.
That, we have everything that's up to date.
You
And
guys
she
may know
knows
that in the car, but
nothing
I'm
about a policy
across Selwyn one
That you
time.
can get that today without a written request. So she says, you'll just have to wait around
Yeah.
and see what Rachel's going to say to you.
I'll wait for her. Until then, I'll find you the exact provision in law. That way, you can go and tell that person to look it up, and it'll be right there. Just takes a little research. It's the biggest problem with PD. You got a piece of paper? I'll write down the law for you. For her, for him, whoever you brought it to.
You need a copy of the policy,
No.
the city policy.
This is Deputy Chief Jones, who I've been speaking with, sir.
All right. So there's the law right there.
Okay.
specifically
Right.
down to it.
So here's our policy. You have to make the request through the public records coordinator. That's Rachel this week. She's filling in for Cindy.
Okay.
Any record that we have that's available for disclosure under the Open Records Act, we'll be happy to provide, but you have to make the request in the appropriate way.
Okay, so here's the paperwork that she's going to hand me right now when I go to
Correct.
fill that out. Right here it states inspection. The
Correct.
TPRA does not permit fees or require a written request for
Right.
inspection only. That's what I want to do. I don't want to fill nothing out.
Right.
I want to inspect them, and I'd like to inspect
Okay.
them today.
But you have to make the request
It's-
through her.
It says that I don't have to. And
No,
the
it
law-
says you don't have to write it down.
The law specifies that I can come to the custodian
Right.
of the
And-
records, which
and-
it would be this department, right?
But you have to make the request through these folks. That's the city's policy. That's the way they handle it.
Policy doesn't
Right.
trump law,
No,
right?
but the law
Right.
allows for the records custodian.
It does not. It states that I can go to the record custodian, which is the holder of the record, which would be the PD, would not be her, right? Because there's this thing about open and accountable government.
Sure,
So I can
absolutely.
come and I can request something so that something doesn't get switched around, misplaced, changed, or mishandled, right? That's the
absolutely.
whole point of it. So
But you have to do it in the appropriate way, and that would be to make the request through her. You
it-
don't
it's
have to make it
right
in
here,
writing,
Tennessee law. This
but
is
you
it right
have
here.
to make it.
It says means all documents, papers, books, maps, photographs, physical characteristics. Public records request coordinator,
That's
which
her.
there's a coordinator, means any individual within a governmental entity whose role is to ensure that the public records requests are routed to the appropriate custodians and that the requests are fulfilled in accordance. But the records custodian means any office, official, or employee of any governmental entity lawfully responsible for the direct custody and care of the public director. That's this
Which is
department.
the city of Morristown.
No, that's this
And
department.
she is the coordinator.
This-
I
it's
can't do
this
anything
department.
about the city's policy. I want to get you what you want. I want to get that information for you, but I have to follow the procedure that I've been given. And
Okay,
that
so
is this procedure.
Who
So
gave you the, who told you that procedure? Because they'll be held responsible too.
It's the city of Morristown's policy.
Who directly?
It's on the website. You can look and see who is signed it
I don't
into
go to, I
law
don't go to governmental
and
websites.
when.
I go to state websites.
Okay, you can look and see who signed it into law and when. It was done in council. There's the resolution. And you're welcome to make that request. We'll get it to you. I want you to have what you want, but I have to do it the right way.
Yeah, well, I mean, Officer Matthew Johnson followed orders and did his thing too, but you see where that landed him, right?
So do you want this copy?
I don't need that copy.
Okay, you do not want this.
It's an unlawful copy if it states anything other than what the state law states.
I do not believe it is contrary to law. The city of Morristown is the custodian of the records. She is the appointed custodian of those, or
The department. The department.
So we have to write all requests through her. I'm not saying you have to write it down. I'm saying you have to make the request through her.
Okay, for inspection. So I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna request it, and then she's gonna come over here and she's gonna request it. I wanna see it before y'all close today.
You make the request through her. And
I'll
we'll
do it right
process
now.
it that way.
Oh, perfect. I need to make a records request for that department, and I would like to view that today.
Okay, I said all the records requests come through our office.
And Morristown needs to be schooled on the law of public records request, because I'm not going to continue to go through this.
Would you like me to add it to,
No. I want to view it. I want to view it today.
well, I'll see if it's something that we
Yeah,
can view.
I want the resignation letter or the last date Officer Matthew Johnson was employed by the Morristown Police Department.
Okay. Let me see if that's something that I can obtain for you today. If not, we'll have to add it to a request and get it to you later this week.
How come you all don't understand what the Tennessee Public Records Act is?
We do, sir.
It's about being able to come in that day when you're open for business hours and inspect any record.
That's not what the law is, sir.
That's what it states exactly. What
Because
the law
not all
states.
it's records that are readily available that we have easy access to.
It's on a computer. It's all readily available. It's just a matter
But
of
it's
sitting down and
whether
doing
that
it.
person is here, whether that record is easily available. You can't just come in and see any record.
But
we
it's
have.
not up to you all to say it's easy or it's not to make me go
Do you
around
want
the
to call
bush.
the Open Records Council? And
I've already spoken to him many a times. I've got tons of emails. That's why I know what I'm
Okay.
doing is lawful.
Okay, well, we can't just give you any record. We don't have the time or.
That's
some
what the
records
law
are-
is, though. That's why you have somebody that is responsible for that record.
but
Would you like me to read
we
you that
have-
law?
I've read the law, sir.
Okay, and it's specifically during business hours, those records are to be made available.
Records that are easily accessible that we can provide for you.
I'm not
Some
asking
things
you for old records.
Some things take hours to procure, days to procure.
This is not okay. So I want this one. Let's get the answer to this.
Okay.
I just want the resignation letter from Matthew. I want it on this one. I want a separate one.
A separate one? Okay,
Yeah.
let me get another form for you. And you want this as a.
I just want to view
You
it.
want to view it.
I just want to view it.
Okay, so the resignation letter. And I'm not sure their process, if there even is a resignation letter.
And if there's not, that's why I'm asking for the last.
The resignation letter from Officer Matthew Johnson
Yep.
and last date of employment.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you want us to call you? when
Oh, I'm gonna
it's-
hang out here. I want to view that today.
Okay, well, I'll see if this is something I can get for you today. I'm not sure if
Okay.
it
And
is. but
whoever denies it, I need their name, so I can hold them personally responsible. It's all a game. It's all a game. All right, thank you. See how easy that was? All this back and forthness make people look stupid just because they don't know. And now we're going to get them. I mean, just like that. Like, come on now. This is childish. Is there somebody here I can file a complaint with?
It depends on who you want to file the complaint against.
Officer Matthew Johnson.
He doesn't work here anymore.
I know, but I still want to file a complaint on that. I called the other day and they told me I could come in and file a complaint.
Come and get one.
Somebody from Roger Overholt's office, I've got it recorded if you'd like to hear it. Maybe you can.
No. She was just saying the same thing as me. We thought,
Yeah, but
being
the
gone.
complaint has to be, is for when he was part of on the department, not after.
Okay.
Maybe he'll come out. Come on, come out. Dang, that was Gary Chesney I was going to ask him about.
Turn your camera off just a minute. I want to talk to you.
No, Gary, I got to get this all on.
All right. If you go by the guidelines, I can unblock you. You know, the reason that you got blocked is because you violated the policy. Okay? You and one other person's all that's ever been blocked. I don't care if you're on there or not, but I'll unblock you if you understand the policy.
I understand that policy doesn't trump the Constitution. That I understand. And I've never gone on there. I've never used foul language.
Read the policy, and if you can follow it, I'll unblock you, okay? Deal?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Unblock me. Thanks for admitting it. I appreciate it. Did you see? He wanted me to turn my camera off to catch that. And see? Crooked politicians. We're going to get them one by one.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, what do we got?
So we have the resignation letter that we're happy to let you inspect right now.
People in the
They're mostly all the detectives and chiefs. Yes,
all right. Can I get one of each of the chiefs?
each of the chiefs.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day. All right. And as far as for like the offices in general, how many separate phone numbers are there? I know there's the front desk and then there's one for Roger Overholt's office. Is there any?
You mean when it first rings in?
Yeah.
You make a decision on who you want to speak with. It goes to the switchboard if you don't know who you wish to speak to, and then it's transferred.
Well, I know there's a couple of different phone numbers listed online. So
585-2720, the 585-2710, and then 0100.
yeah, and then I found one directly for Chief Overholt.
And that's what you'll see.
Might
there.
be okay. All right, so these are the phone numbers. All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, we got what we came for, or at least most of what we came for. And we'll get it on out there. I am so happy Gary Chesney came up to me and admitted to violating my constitutional right for blocking me and deleting my posts. Thank you, Gary.